Hello guys, welcome back to our platform guys. Thank you guys for supporting this platform so far where it is now. Guys, we are going to Ghana, whereby the president of Ghana has talked to his people. This is after 120 days after he was elected as the president of Ghana. He addresses so many things. He addresses on what happened during the election, and he addresses on the what he has done in these 120 days. So far, he addresses so many things that which shows that we African, we've grown up. It shows that we African, we've decided to change and to make sure that our African nations are as preferred the way other countries are coming in to support our beloved president in Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré. So just listen on what the president of Ghana has said to his people after 120, and will proceed on.
Hello and welcome to Van TV Media. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends to get daily updates.
Draconian taxes to alleviate hardship and ease the high cost of doing business. I promise to scrap the e-levy, the COVID levy, the 10% levy on bet winnings, and the emissions levy within my first 90 days in office. These tax expenditure measures were central to our 2025 budget statement. On April 2nd, 2025, I signed several bills into law, including the Electronic Transfer Levy E-Levy Repeal Bill 2025, the Emissions Levy Repeal Bill, and the betting tax. We have delivered on 3 of these 4 specific tax repeals as promised. The COVID levy has intricate linkages to the existing IMF program. As a value-added tax, we have agreed with our multilateral partners to include it in our overall VAT rationalization exercise that is scheduled for September this year. We significantly exceeded our 120-day promises regarding overall tax reform by enacting other critical bills such as the Value-Added Tax Amendment Bill, the Income Tax Amendment Bill, the removal of VAT on motor vehicles, the Public Financial Management Bill, the Growth and Sustainability Levy Act, the Earmarked Funds Capping and Realignment Bill, the Gold Board Bill, the Energy Sector Levy Bill, and the Petroleum Revenue Amendment Bill. The no-account deaths in constituencies like Tolong, Damango, Autusenya East, Nkranza South, Ofinsu North, and North Southwest. The cases are being investigated by the Special Task Force. These are senseless deaths that should never again happen in our nation. Elections are to choose leaders, not to murder our citizens. We are committed to ensuring accountability for political violence so that it will not happen again. The Attorney General is working on a report for Cabinet to recommend appropriate compensation for victims and families involved in these unlawful incidents. Ladies and gentlemen, we promise to initiate a probe into the VRA Akosombo Bond Dam spillage to address the man-made disaster caused by the VRA spillage and prevent future occurrences. We promise to initiate a probe and take steps to compensate the victims. So this administration set up a committee chaired by Engineer Kofi, a former VRA chief executive. The committee has recommended strategies to prevent future occurrences, including establishing what is called a controlled spill flood plan and implementing downstream engineering solutions for flood management. I've directed that the recommendations be implemented immediately. I further indicated that if they are not properly implemented and another destructive VRA flooding occurs like in 2023, the VRA CEO and deputies must resign or be sacked. Initiate immediate steps to compensate flood victims. The 2025 budget has made provisions for the compensation payments, and a team has been put together to coordinate the compensation exercise. I call on the chiefs and people of the affected areas to facilitate the smooth and peaceful execution of this compensation exercise. We promise to shake up and realign state-owned enterprises to enhance their profitability and their value. On March 13, 2025, I hosted a high-level meeting of CEOs under the State Interest and Governance Authority (SIGA) to underscore the critical importance of reforms. We are implementing an enhanced performance management system with clear targets, monitoring financial and operational performance, and promoting good governance in these institutions. A deep dive study is underway to uncover the root causes of challenges and provide insights for targeted strategies to foster innovation and adaptability. No academic fee policy for all first-year students in public tertiary institutions was a key promise to ease burden on families and expand access to higher education. My government has taken concrete steps to implement this. 452,940,012 Ghana cedis has been allocated for the payment of academic facility user fees for 156,294 first-year students in public tertiary institutions for the 2025 academic year. Get Fund has also been instructed to pay the fees directly to the tertiary institutions, ensuring timely disbursement. The No Fee Stress application portal has been developed and is now live for first-year students to register and authenticate their eligibility for this government funding. Tonight, I'm pleased to report to you that we have fulfilled these promises. From forming a lean government and establishing a robust code of conduct, to taking decisive action to scrap burdensome taxes, initiating inquiries into past wrongdoings, launching major job creation programs, tackling illegal mining, reviving our environment, promoting our tourism and export sector, streamlining scholarships, supporting vulnerable populations, and holding our security agencies accountable. The foundation for resetting Ghana and building the Ghana we want together is being laid with speed and determination. These actions are not merely check boxes on a list. They signify a fundamental shift in how government operates, with transparency, accountability, efficiency, and a profound sense of urgency for the well-being of every Ghanaian. Fellow citizens, I take my promises seriously, and my word is my bond. Although we've established a solid foundation in this first 120 days, considerable work remains on the journey to realize the Ghana we all want together. This journey requires the collective effort of all of us, and I'm profoundly grateful for the mandate you have given me and my government to lead this nation. Your trust is our most valued asset, and we'll continue to work tirelessly to deserve that trust. And so I call upon every Ghanaian in every city, town, and village, in every sector of our economy, across every political divide, to join hands with us. Let us continue to work hard together, united by one purpose and a shared vision, to overcome the challenges and build a brighter, more prosperous future for our beloved nation. I thank you for receiving me in your homes.
Right, that is what the president of Ghana briefed to people of Ghana after those 120 days after he was elected as the president of Ghana. And he has said so many things. You've heard so many things he has said. He has said on how he is going to improve the living standards of people of Ghana. He has said on how he is going to use the resources that are there in Ghana, and he has said on how he's going to make Ghana to be the place, to be the better place before it was, guys. And we've seen so many people here in Africa has coming up with the spirit the way the president of Burkina Faso is having the spirit of changing his people, of changing his country, of making that the country no longer depend on the white West countries. So we've seen most people, most presidents or most leaders are coming up addressing this issue of doing away with the colonization, of doing away with the oppressors, and coming in with the Pan-Africanism, and coming in with the making sure that the people, his people, are number one to address, and or are the number one to look upon, other than looking for the people outside the nation. We've seen different countries are coming in, making sure that they are no longer using they are no longer moving on the way they were before. You've seen in Tanzania, Samia Suluhu has addressed that he has made sure that he is no longer using other currencies other than the currency of Tanzania. He has made sure that he is not using dollar. He has made sure that he is not using Kenyan shillings to improve the currency of her own country, Tanzania. We've seen Yoweri Museveni, he has addressed that most resources that are in the country are supposed to be utilized well, instead of people in Uganda utilizing people from outside Uganda coming in and utilizing the resources and leaving them without without anything that they can take on the table. We've seen other countries like Botswana. We saw Botswana. The president of Botswana gave an issue saying that he is going to make sure that the resources that are found there in his country are being used well, other than other than making the people of outside the country coming and utilizing the resources and leaving them without anything. And we saw him congratulating and supporting president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré. Right now, Ibrahim Traoré is the only president that is trending here in Africa. Is the only president that is going to make sure that Africa becomes the place where people need to be, where people are no longer being oppressed, where people are no longer being colonized by the West. So this is a new dawn to African. This is a revolution that we African we were looking for. This is the revolution that we African we admired to have before. So guys, remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell, so that in case we do upload any stories concerning Africa, any stories concerning Kenya, any story concerning abroad, you'll be the first one to view. And also share to your friends, and tell your friend to tell a friend to share and to subscribe to our beloved channel. And guys, let us meet in the next episode.